The Galaxy S25 is one of the most amazing phones that I've used over the past year, but let me tell you why it also makes me miss my iPhone. Now I know that many of you guys may be triggered by the title of this video. Maybe you hate the word switch since it's generally used by every single tech YouTuber today. Maybe it's the word regret since I just did a video on why I switched to the Galaxy S25. Or maybe it just puts an overall negative connotation towards the Galaxy S25 because it makes it seem like I wasted my money. But first and foremost, I do want to clear the air. The Galaxy S25 is an amazing phone. It's given me every single thing that I need my smartphone to do and more, while also being much cheaper than any of the more expensive phones on the market. It has an amazingly bezel-less yet vibrant display. It has a great battery life that lasts me all day consistently. It has a great camera that has given me so many opportunities to capture the most quality shots possible. And it has given me such an exciting experience that reminded me why I love smartphones as a whole. And despite me loving any and everything about my Galaxy S25, I've had this constant empty feeling that no matter how amazing it was, there are still some things that my iPhone does that it can never replace. The feeling of being truly connected to people I love the most despite living in a completely different city. The feeling that I wasn't truly connected to the devices that I use every single day. And if you didn't know, I shoot almost all of my videos with my iPhone, so not always having that amazing camera to capture specific moments was something that I couldn't forget even if I wanted to. And it might just be me getting used to using my Galaxy S25 as my main everyday phone, but in this video, I still want to share some of the shortcomings of the Galaxy S25 that makes me still think about my iPhone, because at the end of the day, I do prefer every single phone for different reasons, and I want Samsung to be able to get the same strengths that Apple does in the US market. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and also let me know what phone that you would like me to take a look at next. Now, first and foremost, I do want you guys to get to know me a little bit. I use a ton of different phones since it is my job to review, and it's also my job to help you guys make the best decision based on certain circumstances. A lot of times, I will carry two phones on me, and I usually always have a main phone that I like to have on me. So if I'm reviewing the Galaxy S25, I will have my Pixel 9 Pro or my iPhone 16 Pro Max as my second phone. And this time around, I chose to use the Galaxy S25 as my main phone instead of my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and here are some problems that I've encountered when making this transition. But before I get more into my experience with the Galaxy S25, I'm excited to share my experience of how I use my Galaxy S25 to upgrade my Honda Civic's infotainment system, along with a device called the Auto Pro X, an amazing device that transforms basic car screens into powerful modern computing systems. And after researching various options, I found this to be the perfect solution for my needs. The installation process is incredibly straightforward. All I had to do was plug it in with the included cables and pair via Bluetooth or the Auto Pro app, and this took me less than 5 minutes to set up. I love how the Auto Pro X gives me wireless Android Auto, especially since before I could only have access to it by using a cable. I can easily control my music, get turn-by-turn navigation, and handle messages safely while driving. And what really blew me away was the Samsung DeX mode. It literally transformed my car screen into a complete computer workspace. I can access all of my phone apps just like I would on a desktop, and it's really good. The features that impress me the most include the smooth split screen multitasking. I can run navigation while my fiance watches videos, and I can use voice control through Bixby. And from my experience, the biggest benefit is the complete freedom to use any app that I want, seamless wireless connectivity, and the ability to move it between vehicles when needed. Now, as a responsible driver, I always prioritize safety. I've found that many features are best enjoyed by my passengers or when I'm safely parked. And while driving, I stick to voice commands to keep my focus on the road. My daily routine typically involves Android Auto while driving, and I only switch to DeX mode when I'm parked and need to get some work done. And this flexibility has been a complete game changer. So if you're interested in buying the Auto Pro X, the link will be in the description and comment section of today's video. Now, the first thing that made me really want to go back to my iPhone 16 Pro Max is the social media integration. Now, it's no secret that the iPhone is the best phone to use when it comes to social media. The apps look better, they get less bugs, and most importantly, most of the companies that make these apps specifically design them for the iPhone. For example, I'm a Twitter Blue user, and right here you can see that the iPhone has more available features, more app icon colors, and doesn't look as blown up as it does on my S25. Even apps like Instagram or TikTok, The camera within the app will have much better quality than on Android phones because these apps are truly designed for the iPhone. So a lot of times, even on my S25, the quality is greatly reduced and the emojis on my stories look terrible when compared to my 16 Pro Max. And this is a huge problem for me because over the past year, I've been trying out short form content creation. So a lot of times, whenever I need to shoot a video, share a nice story, or post a video that's saved in my drafts, the iPhone gets the job done so much easier since I can shoot a video on command with the camera quality, and I can get a good story with more familiar emojis to get that really clean look. And some of you guys may be thinking that this isn't a big deal, but again, I've been more into the social media scene and I prefer the phone that gets the job done easier in that category. Now, the next reason as to why I wanted to go back to my iPhone 16 Pro Max after using the Galaxy S25 is because the iPhone makes communication much easier. Now, if you're watching this video from another country, I currently live in the US, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that 90% of people here have an iPhone as their main phone. Android phones aren't as popular, which means that 8 times out of 10, when you're contacting someone, they use an iPhone. And Apple has constantly tried their best to make communication between iPhones and Androids as hard as possible. Everyone in my family and friends have FaceTime, so it's more difficult, and it would take more steps to have them download Google Duo or the newer Google Meet. So it's easier for me to have my iPhone on me and just simply FaceTime them. A lot of my friends and family don't use Google Maps, so instead of having them download it to share my location, it's much easier to have my iPhone on me and send my location so that they can track my whereabouts within the Find My app. Sharing and receiving high quality videos can be extremely difficult since they can result in very blurry captures. So it's easier to have my iPhone since I can send videos and they're still high quality, or I can airdrop them to someone instantly and make the process much easier. And a lot of my friends and family don't have Cash App or Zelle, so it's much easier to be able to Apple Pay them since all you need is an iPhone for it to work, and it will send the funds over instantly without anyone needing to make an account. And going even further into why having an iPhone makes communication that much easier, iMessage was my preferred choice since again, Apple purposely made connecting to my S25 that much harder. When using iMessage, you can react to messages without having to say anything to get your point across. Group chats not only look better, but there are many features and things that you can do to address a single person within that group chat. And even sharing music is much easier. And even in terms of lifestyle, I've done many things to just get better overall health. So instead of me having to keep switching between my Galaxy Watch and my Apple Watch, I decided to stick with my Apple Watch Ultra this year because tracking my health on one device has made my progress that much easier. And as you guys can see right here, I've been pretty consistent with my health rings for a majority of 2025 so far, and I want to keep tracking my progress on one single watch. Now, the final reason as to why I regret switching to the Galaxy S25 from the iPhone 16 Pro Max is arguably the most important thing that I need in my everyday life, and that's the video camera. Now, in my personal opinion, iPhones have had the best video cameras since the beginning of the smartphone era. They have the best lighting, the best quality, and they give me the exact look that I like. And this is the most important thing to me because most of the time I'm shooting videos, whether it's for Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, and it always helps to be able to pull my phone out, shoot a video, and still get top-notch quality. But with the Galaxy S25, even though the camera is pretty good, I feel like the lighting and quality doesn't give me the look that I'm going for. Even though I've added lighting in my crib, the S25 makes it look not as sharp for some reason. And the biggest problem has been the camera's ability to have consistent lighting. There are times where it will drastically change the lighting and make the phone look worse than on my iPhone. And I found it to be much harder in general to get a good consistent video, which made me want to switch back to my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I would say that these are pretty much the main reasons as to why I regret switching. Other small reasons include aesthetic. Android Auto looks outdated when compared to Apple CarPlay, and many apps look better on iPhones since again, they were specifically made for it. And that's why I regret switching from my iPhone 16 Pro Max to my Galaxy S25. Because I live in the US, a lot of my decision is influenced by the fact that I live in a place where if you have an iPhone, it will make many factors of communication and productivity easier. And even though there are some things that made me regret my decision, I'm still rocking with my Galaxy S25 because, like I said before, it's one of the most amazing phones that I've used over the past year. Peace.